just to see.
Hi everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Please, let's just share how our week is going in one word in the chat section. I know here in Nigeria, Lagos, it has been raining, so it's a bit colder than it was last week. So let's just share. Let's just use that to, unwind before we start our agenda for today. Awesome. My week was positive. I'm basking in this moment. Love it. Chim, I'm so sorry. I hope the rest of the week is better. And I hope you have a restful weekend. Um, who else? There are quite a number there are about 17 of us on the call. Let's keep it coming. Oh, so sorry. I'm sure you'll get better. Let's keep it coming. How's our week been? In one word, share how your week has been or how your week is going. Before we start our agenda for today. Only about 3 people have shared. Sorry, Faith. How many months to go for your NYSC? For those that don't know, NYSC is like our national youth service thing in Nigeria. It's like a compulsory 1 year service that you have to render once you graduate from university. Faith, 6 months. Don't worry. Keep fighting. Jumoke, great and cool, coupled with Lagos stress, fuel scarcity. Tell me about it. You get better by God's grace. Mojipe says our week has been good. Awesome. Love it. Let's keep it coming, please. Okay, we're also just going to wait a little bit more for others to join. And then we'll just start. For those just joining, we are sharing in one word how our week is going. Thank you, Jumebi. Jumebi says our week has been going well. Are you in Lagos? Did it rain at your place today? Hi, Eniola. Please, can you confirm Temilade is on the call yet?
I'm not sure she has joined, so I'll just try and reach
Okay, thank you. Miriam says, my week has been a busy one with planning a few events. but in all, it's been good. Love it. Yeah, strengthened. You can do it. Okay, maybe says it rained in the early hours of this morning. I think it made the weather a little better. It was very hot sometime last week, and I mean it's still quite hot, but it's not. I don't think it's as bad as it used to be. So in a few minutes, we're going to have our facilitator for today's session on the call. As many of you may have seen the flyers for today, we are going to be talking about goal setting. So for those of us on the call, if you can quickly just briefly explain in the comment section what you understand by goal setting, or it may be what you understand, it may be what your expectation is following today's session. What do you hope to learn? What do you know? What do you think that it may be about? Just very briefly, nothing serious, not a speech. Chineye says she's just leaving a place of work. No, you won't be found wanting. You won't be found wanting. Well done. So let's have it. What are your expectations from today's session? Also, have we all reached out to our mentors? Have we started talking? Have we had any one-on-one sessions with them? I know a few people have reached out because some of the mentors reached out to us. So is there anybody that is yet to reach out to their mentor? Or is there anybody that has not been able to get through to them? El Bethel says, I want to set goals that are achievable, not too optimistic, but not too narrow-minded either. Awesome stuff. You could as well just facilitate this session, you guys. Goal setting is about taking steps to achieve your desired outcome. Love it. John wants to be able to set smart goals after this session. I think that's a very smart expectation from this session as well. You want to be able to set smart goals. Chineye, yes, I and my buddy have met our mentor. Awesome. Faith says, I want to be able to set goals and achieve them. Awesome stuff. I also, following this session, I want to be able to, recognize where I have probably not been getting it, sort of like a realignment of some sort, after which I would like to also be able to then go ahead to set smart goals and eventually achieve them. Awesome. Faith says, I have met my mentor and my body. Well done, well done, well done. I hope all of us were able to fill our reflection worksheets following last week's session. And I also just wanted to encourage us, the WhatsApp group, as much as it is for, formal communication between CAWSTEM and you guys, it is also an avenue for you guys to be able to network and talk. So, of course, it is not a place where it's not a marketplace. We still want to be able to ensure that people don't miss important information. But I think it would be good for it not to be quiet. So whenever CAWSTEM folks are not talking, let's not just be like, oh, it's just quiet. So you can use it to just talk. If you are having any issues, and where's the better place than where all of you are together? You're joining this mentorship session to be able to learn from each other and grow. So please don't hesitate to ask questions on the group whenever you think that you need some help. Jumoke says my expectation is to be able to set achievable goals and the ability to track my goals. I think that's very important. There's someone that said that anything that is not measured. Sorry, 1 second. You can't grow something that is not measured. So if you set goals and you can't measure or track them, you might not even know when you eventually like achieve them, because I mean you were never tracking them in the first place. So I think that's very important, Jumoke. Modupe says that she's hoping to learn how to set smart, measurable, achievable, and realistic and time-bound smart goals. I think this is really great from all of us. I love our expectations from this session. That means that after this session, she'll be able to also assess to say that have I achieved what I wanted from this session. So without further ado, I'm going to be introducing our facilitator for today. She's on the call right now. I know you guys have seen the flyers. So we have Temilade on the call. Very quickly, I would like to introduce her. Temilade is a seasoned communications specialist with one of the big four telecommunication companies. She's recognized as an empathetic leader and communicator, and she brings a unique blend of corporate expertise and creative leadership to our activities. She's a dedicated coach and facilitator, passionate about empowering young women in the no-code tech sector. I'm sure you guys, can attest to this. She's here facilitating this session. She's also committed to fostering innovation and meaningful connections. She strives to make a lasting impact, merging professional excellence with a sense of purpose. Temilade, welcome to the call. Welcome to this session. We are so happy to have you here. I think you can begin your presentation now.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you. I'm sorry I'm late. Uh, this period, this particular timing, I was hoping it was going to be 7 p.m. But since you already set it for 6:30, I said, okay, I should be able to make it, you know. So I was hoping I was set to. Okay, hold on. All right, does it sound better now? Good evening. Is it sound okay?
Yes, Temilade, we can hear you.
Awesome, awesome. It's good to meet everyone. Just a moment, I would Hi everybody. My name is Temilade. I'm sorry I'm late once again. Ah, oh, wow. Thank you so much for having me. And okay, please, this will be an interactive class as much as possible. It's not even a class, it's a session, and I would love us to interact as much as possible. How many people are on this call?
There are about 24 of us.
Did Daniela leave us? Or she'll be like the moderator, right?
Yeah, Eniola and myself. So CAWSTEM programs is Eniola.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then who's the second person speaking? Sorry.
Toluwani.
Okay. Hi, Toluwani. It's nice
Hi.
to meet you. You're the ginger master in the community, Abi.
I try.
All right. It's good to meet you. All right, guys, I want it to be a very interactive meeting, as I said before now. And right video.
Okay, I'll share my screen shortly, and then we'll go ahead. I caught the tail end of what Toluwani was talking about, and your expectations of what you're expecting from this meeting. And I heard her say someone was looking to know how to set smart goals, and all of that. And that's great. That's really great. So I worked on my slides on Canva, and I downloaded as PDF. I don't know if it will give us the same effects, but I'll share my screen now, and we can go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So in the email I got, I was told that it would be goal setting and skill development. But then so I already prepared for that. But in the flyer, I saw goal setting alone. So I was wondering if there was a mix-up or anything like that.
Yeah, Temi. Yes. So it's my mistake actually. We were supposed to be goal setting. Yeah.
Just goal
But
setting.
it's good that you made plans for both, so we would learn.
Okay. All right. So I prepared for goal setting and skill development. And so let's just get right to it. Okay, my name is Temilade. We've already done the proper, too formal introduction. I'm a communications ninja. I love to teach. I'm an intentional parent and empathetic leader. That's Temilade. All right, so first, before we start, I want to know, has any one of us ever attended a vision boarding session? Have you ever had a vision boarding session? Have you ever attended one before? I'll be looking at the group chat. So Toluwani and Eniola, have any of you guys ever attended a vision boarding session? Okay. No. Okay. Lucy, Bethel. Toluwani said yes. Okay. Rebecca, no. Okay. Okay. All right. Deborah said yes. So if you've ever attended the vision boarding session, and so I don't know who might have coached you, but I think that it's a life-changing experience that it's a life-changing event that everyone should experience at least once in their life. I don't know if I'm overthinking it. So I know that when I attended a vision boarding session, it was like a clarity session. It's made so many things clear to me. So when they told me that in my form to be a mentor, I actually selected goal setting. I was like, wait, I don't even think I'm that that experienced to be talking about goal setting. I'm not even sure that I've acted, I don't think I know that much to come and teach people about goal setting. She was like, hey, it was in your form. I'm like, hey, God, what am I going to do? I even asked Eniola that I want to see my response. Can you track my response in that mental form? I want to see what I feel there, But I knew that, my attending that vision building session was for a reason, aside from all the things I've achieved because of that vision boarding session. One thing it made me understand and made me know is that you need to have a vision before you can set your goals properly. Your vision needs to be clear to you. Vision and goals are two different things. they seem alike, but they are two different things. I'll delve into that just very briefly, okay? And I put it here. My slides are very compact, very short. Vision is the act or power of imagination. When you apply vision to the future, you can create a mental picture that can be used to direct your actions. Vision serves as a guide that can be used to provide a sense of purpose. When your vision is clear, your goals will be clearer. You're not going to be stabbing in the dark when you're setting your goals. So I'll give you a brief rundown of what you need to look out for when you are setting your I'm not seeing the chat any longer. My face is not showing very well. Okay. Okay, your vision is made up of what you want to be, do, have, create, and experience. So when you want to clarify your vision, so say in your relationships, you can list out 3 important areas of your life. For me, they will be my relationships, my finances, and my personal development. And they all intertwine. They all have intersecting roles because your relationships mostly affect your finances. The people you surround yourself with, the person you talk to, the person that that you confide in, or your network, which is also your relationships, actually determine how far you go in some areas of your life. And the same applies to your personal development too. So they intertwine. So in your relationships, you'd say in your relationships with your friends, what do you want? Who do you want to be? Or what do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? Like, what are your expectations of that relationship? What do you want to create? What do you want to experience? This is just like a very, very rudimentary way of explaining it. But I feel like if you're able to define it, it doesn't have to be anything serious. I want to be loving. I want to be empathetic. I want to be thoughtful. I'm talking about relationship with my friends now. If you have children and you want to, talk about your relationship with them, you would also put that I want to be approachable as a parent. I want to be intentional and available. So what do you want to do? You'd say that also. So as part of my doing as an intentional, available and approachable parent, I will make sure to drop my phone at so and so time to spend time with the kids. What do I want to have? I want to have a more robust relationship with my children. What do I want to create? A an atmosphere of peace and love and unity in my home. This is just an example. It kind of it kind of breaks it down and gives you a clearer picture of what you now need to do. So when you've clarified your vision, it doesn't have to take you so long. When you clarified your vision, then you can now, even from writing your vision, you start seeing the goals you need to set, the routine, the schedule, the things you need to put in place to achieve those goals will be coming to you while you are writing your vision, while you are clarifying your vision. I hope I've not lost anyone. I'm not saying anything in the chat, but I hope I'm not, this is actually what's, making sense to us.
Hi guys, I think she had some issue with network, so she will join us shortly.
I don't know what happened, and I'm on my alternate data network. So sorry about that. But where was I? Toluwani, can you hear me?
Hi, Timothy. Yes, I can hear you.
I'm so sorry, I lost you guys for a moment there.
Yes, you were asking us if we were following if we were following what you were saying, and we were responding.
Okay, sorry. And I was also saying that that I hope that I didn't want to come to just teach you, what you've heard before, or I know that everyone amongst us has heard how to set goals, what it means to set goals. And to be honest, it's not even something that I do all the time, you know. Okay. It's tiring sometimes when you're setting your goals and you're not seeing that you're achieving it, or you're able to implement it. You can get frustrated and tiring. That's what having a vision helps you to do. It helps you to clarify what you really want deep down. It's a lot of self-awareness and self-introspection when you actually clarify your vision. So I don't want us to stay too long on that, because that's not even like the main thing in this meeting, but I know that it's very important, and we had to just talk about it before. All right, so your goal is what you intend to accomplish or attain. A goal needs to be smart to be successful. And by smart, we mean specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So I have examples here in my notes of how a specific of what if a specific goal says, what a measurable goal is, what an achievable goal is, what a relevant goal is, and what a time-bound goal is. So a specific goal would say reduce, because I'm in customer service, I used to be, a lot of my examples will be within that access. So a vague goal will be improve customer service, but a specific goal will be reduce customer response time in the support ticket system by 20% within the next quarter. So a specific goal for us that are learning, that are trying to improve ourselves, would be take one course on Udemy within the next 6 weeks, or in the next quarter, or apply to 5 jobs per week, 20 jobs per month. That's a very specific goal. It's easier for you to get, the honest truth is, it's easier for you to get results when you are very smart with your goals. It's not just in the air. It's not all up in the air and all over the place. It's smart. And but because it's smart, it's easier for you to get results, to be fulfilled that, oh, I finally achieved this. Measurable, you can measure your goals also by what does achieving that specific goal What does it mean to you? So if, for example, you want to be promoted at work, or you want to be acknowledged for the work that you do, so you say, okay, I want to, this is a way to measure that what I'm doing is actually working. Do you understand? I've made a specific goal to probably write 2 articles on my blog per month, or post 2 articles to my blog per month. What do you want to achieve by posting 2 articles to your blog? You need to be measured. You need to be able to measure that. Say you want 100 visits, or you want 20 visits, or you want 10 people to see it. You want 1,000 people to see it. What are you going to do to be able to achieve that measure that you have put on your goals? Do you understand? Okay. Okay, another example here is achieve a 15% increase in monthly sales revenue compared to the previous year. So this is even very much specific. Rather than saying increase sales, rather than saying post to my blog, get people to visit, get 100 people to visit. So you know that if you want 100 people to visit, you have to push your link on X, you have to push your link on Instagram, push your link on Facebook, have a very catchy call to action, so that it will direct people to your blog. This is just an example, but this is how best I can break it down so that we can relate to it. Thank you so much, Faith and Toluwani. Then, is your goal achievable? Is your goal achievable? You need to also make sure that your goal is achievable. If you're writing something that is not, you need to understand your audience. You need to understand what's your subject matter. You need to understand if it's going to be acceptable, so that you know that, okay, this goal of having 1,000 people to come to my blog or to click on this link is actually achievable. Increase market share. My example was increase market share by 10% over the fiscal year through targeted marketing strategies. Relevance. How relevant is your goal? Okay, so that's why you need a vision. So when you have a vision, it would help you to be specific, to help you to determine the relevance of your goal to your vision. If the goal is not relevant to your vision, so that's why I said your vision is very important. If your vision is to get say 2 freelance opportunities to earn in dollars between the next 3 to 4 months, to start to earn in dollars via a freelancing site or remote work, you know that you're going to be doing more than 5 applications in a week on remote job sites. So you know that vision has helped you to clarify exactly what you need to set as a specific goal. Even if you don't know exactly how many applications will be accepted, how many interviews you need to do, or whatever it is. So, but at least you have an idea of how you can set the goal to achieve that vision that you have clarified. You know how you're going to measure it, how many interviews, how many, you know that you're crafting a dope CV, cover letter, that, it's clear to you that this is what you need to do to achieve what you want. And time bound. Though personally, I'm the kind of person that I say no pressure. I try not to box myself in, because sometimes when you put time on some things, especially when it comes to things that are sometimes in quotes out of your control, you might start feeling pressured, feeling anxious because you've not achieved any of that. Do you understand? It's very important that. So I always say no pressure when it comes to to timing, so that it doesn't seem like, okay, you're putting yourself under too much pressure. So I always say that no pressure, but still you need to still, have at the back of your mind that, okay, this is the timing I want. Maybe within 2 quarters or within a half year, this is what you want to achieve. You know how you're going to measure it. But to be honest, no pressure. That's just me personally, no pressure. It doesn't mean that you're not going to achieve your goals. It doesn't mean that you're not going to achieve what you set out for yourself, but give yourself grace. I'm not going to say that, oh, within 3 months, something. I have a friend that's been trying to get into remote work, since 2020. And it was last year he got a job that actually made a lot of sense. And I know how much work he has put into this. So it was frustrated, downcast, but he kept going. Even me, that it was encouraging me this, because I was also looking for a remote job, a dollar paying job and all of that, just to freelance, do it alongside what I currently do. But I gave up along the way, like, I couldn't be bothered. The stress was too much. But he kept at it, and he got a very good job last year, very good job. So you see, 2020 to 2023, he was doing other things in between, but it was not what he actually wanted. So he kept working for that thing. This is not to say that your own goals will take 3 years or 2 years. It's not to say that you should not put a timing to your goals. Just to say that give yourself grace. I hope this is still within the boundaries of what I'm supposed to be talking about. I'm supposed to be a teacher that will be encouraging you to go all out, go for it, but to be honest, we're humans, and there's a lot happening in the world, in our lives, that sometimes it's just putting one foot ahead of the other every day that you can do. So this is just a continuation. A specific goal is unambiguous, leaving no room for interpretation. And I think this is a Zoom thing. We should actually try Google Meet next time. I don't know. I think this is a Zoom thing. Or is it that we can't record with Google Meet?
Okay, yeah, we can, but we've always been using Zoom for our sessions.
Okay, because I don't know why it's going off. Okay, let's just continue. A specific goal is unambiguous, leaving no room for interpretation. Measurable goals have a quantifiable aspect, allowing progress to be tracked. I'll share the slides with us after the class. And Nila asked for it really, but I didn't think it was OCD, Sha. I didn't think it was it was perfect yet. Measurable goals have a quantifiable aspect, allowing progress to be tracked. An achievable goal is realistic and attainable, considering available resources and constraints. A relevant goal aligns with the overall objectives and priorities of the individual or organization. Time-bound goals have a specific time frame, providing a sense of urgency and a deadline for completion. And that's my own concern. We don't need a sense of urgency, do we? We do, Sha, for some things in life, we do. Else we just procrastinate to, till whenever. But still, it doesn't have to be the type that will give you anxiety or panic attacks and all of that. It's not that kind of urgency. You want to accomplish a long-term goal in the future, while a short-term goal is more immediate. The difference between long-term goals. So now I'm talking about, long-term goals and short-term goals. Long-term goals are the goals that you want to achieve, say, within a year. A short-term goal is 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 months, 3 months. I think that when it has exceeded 3 months, it's now a long-term goal. A goal that you want to achieve within 6 months. So, for example, now I'm thinking of, I'm thinking of paying a LinkedIn visibility coach. Okay, and it's a long-term goal because they don't come cheap. In fact, one of the ladies I've actually had my sights on for a few years, and I've been getting value from her without paying for any of her sessions or whatever. The fee is almost 4 million at the moment. It used to be like that too. It used to be like that, but I still didn't prioritize it. So you see why sometimes time bound is even very important. But there was so much happening, like life was just lifing, and it was not my priority. And I was just like, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. But now I now checked this year, she had a series of free sessions at the beginning of the year where she'll bring in, experts, people that have gone through our coaching class before. Is a proper top visibility coach, senior level, C-suite executives. And I saw the price and I was like, what's happening here? How? When? When did it? When I'm not joking to Luani, go and check Glory Eduzian, inspired by Glory. It's super out of this world. I had to ask Wamide recently that, do you know anyone else that is doing for mid-level executives? She now give me someone's name that I'm here to check out. And I should, because it's on my vision board that I want to actually have the clarity and the visibility that those people can teach, they can harness for you, So I should actually just do it when before it gets out of control again. So if you want to accomplish a long-term goal, you want to accomplish a long-term goal in the future, while a short-term goal is more immediate. The difference between long-term goals and short-term goals are the time frame. As I said, 3 months, short-term goals. 6 months is already entering long-term, in my opinion, but can still be short-term. But 1 year, 8 months, 9 months, 1 year is already a long-term goal. The complexity, you don't want a short-term goals to be out of this world, all over the place. You just want to be very compact, something you can easily achieve, one course in 6 weeks, because I'm sure that a lot of us are working. If we're not working, we're in school. And unless it's a short course, but a lot of these courses, they are like maybe 4 hours per week or something. And for someone like me, that when you're at work, you can't do anything else. I tend to do most of these things when I had the opportunity to work from home or I'm in the night. I've stopped doing things in the night because, so this is why I said you can't actually put a sense of urgency to a lot of things. I stopped doing things in the night because I will not be sleepy at work or cranky. I won't be able to focus on my work, which is where I'm getting my main source of income from. And I don't like that kind of feeling of I'm not giving my all. So you need to choose your battles and choose, what's actually going to work for you in the long run. That's why your vision is important. It helps you to set your priorities right. That's why that vision thing is very important. It helps you to set your priorities right. Before you even start setting your goals, you need to have a vision. So how do you want to be at work? How do you want to be known at work? What do you want to be known for at work? What do you want to create at work? If you know you're a software engineer and you want to put in 12 hours of work, you can't cheat yourself. You can't cheat yourself of sleep or of rest. Forget what they say that successful people don't sleep. It's a lie. Sleep, please, rest. Because there's so many young people. I'm veering up. There's so many young people dropping dead. And it's because of this race, I don't know what we're rushing to, this urgency that's, that life is all about now. That's the reason. I feel like that's the reason why, apart from what we are eating, you're not paying attention to your health or whatever, just need to take it easy, because already the things that you do already are already, enough to actually just give you, make your day full, your schedule packed. And then you want to now put yourself under undue pressure again. So you need to that's why your vision is very important. One of my vision this year is to just, ease. Maybe that's why I'm projecting. I'm projecting on you guys. It's ease, man. I'm coming from working 2 jobs, being awake at odd hours of the night, 3 a.m., talking to developers, one bug or the other, having meetings with people in America time, Canada time. I'm coming from there. So that is that easy life. Not because I'm not doing anything, but because I don't think that doing it at odd hours is going to achieve anything, or is what I need. So that's where I'm at now. So maybe I'm projecting. Maybe you actually need to do it at an odd hour to feel the impact. Yes. Maybe your season, the season of life that you are in now, is to actually do it at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. Please, by all means, go for it. Please, by all means, go for it. But this is my own what I will teach anywhere. Because doing all of those things was not my goal. It just happened, Measurability, you need to be able to measure your goals, flexibility, long-term goals are more flexible than short-term goals, because short-term goals have a shorter time to be achieved. It might not be so flexible. Then the impact. All right, somebody's in the chat. Yes, season of life. Yes, we're all in different seasons. I mean, that season of ease and, soft pedal. Not because I'm not doing anything. I feel like I'm even doing a lot now. But I was doing much more then. I'm doing much now, but I was doing much, much more then. And I don't want to do much, much more, because the much, much more was not even translating into a lot of impact. If you get what I mean. So that's why a vision is very important. What will impact mean to you? What does impact mean to you? What does fulfillment mean to you? You can't get that from your goals. You will get that from your vision. The importance of having long-term and short-term goals can't be underestimated. It means you have clarity of vision, which I've said before now is the first thing to do before setting your goals. Other important reasons are balanced progress, motivation and momentum, effective resource allocation. So it means that you are moving, you are currently, going for something, you're constantly going for something, you have something you're looking at that you want to achieve. That's what it means to have, short-term goals, long-term goals. You have a goal in mind. You have, excuse me, please. You have what you are heading towards, and you know how to also, effectively distribute your resources. Your resources could be your time, it could be your energy, it could be your money, it could be your whatever. Maybe a one-on-one session with someone, how to effectively distribute. If it means you need to call down on social media, maybe 2 hours in a day to achieve that goal, you know what you need to do to achieve your goal. So before we go into skill development, any questions, any feedback? Just a few that we can just take now and then continue. Hi, Rebecca.
All right. Good evening. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, loud and clear.
Good evening, Temilade. I really enjoyed the session so far, and
Thank
thank you
you.
for coming to talk to us. Okay,
You're
so you
welcome.
mentioned that there was one of your friends that was applying for a particular job, like you needed to earn in USD, and then it was so persistent at it, and you also desired that opportunity, and then I didn't get the later part. I had issues with my network then, but it all
Okay.
turned out to be like we were able to achieve that goal, right?
For my friend,
So,
yes. But me, I gave up. I've not applied. So I got promoted at work last year. So for like 1 year, I was not even actively applying for any job role. I just wanted to learn and to soak in and to really understand what I was, my new role. So I didn't apply. I'm just going to start applying for jobs again because of course we have to keep moving. But as I said earlier,
okay,
no pressure. I'm not pressuring myself because where I am now, I'm learning a lot. I'm being managed directly by one of the top 50 women in our field, in my industry, in the public relations industry. She mentioned my boss's name to anyone that is who is who in public relations, in corporate communications, they would know her. She has paid her dues. She's sound. She knows what she's doing, and I get to work with her. This has been like this was even my goal in 2020. The earning in USD was like a side hustle, was like a side thing. My goal in 2020 was to actually work with that person.
okay,
Yes.
okay,
So this is just an example. My friend has gotten a job. He got a job last year, early last year, got a job, a very good job. And he persisted. He kept applying, was doing other things, but was still, he knew what he wanted and was going for it. But for me, I also knew what I wanted. I tell anybody that asked me that I've been on a radar. This is my current boss. I've been on a radar since 2020. I actually shot my shot. And when opportunity came, she's my, work in the same place, but outside work, she's relevant outside my company. Do you understand what I'm saying?
okay. Now I understand.
Yeah, yes. So it's a different. So it's good to be. This is another thing I would talk about when we're doing personal development. It's good to also have relevance and have something you are doing outside of your work. For example, this class I'm taking now, it doesn't have anything to do with where I work.
Yes.
It's just something I'm passionate about, and and I found someone in Wamide that was also passionate about the same thing, and I said, okay, I would stick to. When she told me that I should apply to be a mentor, I was like, Wamide, these women are STEM. I don't think my skill set matches anyone that is in CAWSTEM. She said, no, I should just apply that. Why not? That she will definitely have what to do and all of that. So I think also that we should also try to have something that is relevant, something that is relevant to us. So it can be paid, it can be unpaid, it can be a volunteering time, it can be anything, but something that will just still matter to us outside of the work that we do. It would help us very much in our personal development. I didn't ever think if I'm stuck on my work, I will never teach anyone customer success like I did last year and 2 years ago, because we have trainers for that. People that are trained. That, yes, thank you so much. People that are specifically trained to train other staff for that. So if I'm at work, nobody will give me the opportunity to train anybody on customer success. Nobody will give me the opportunity to train anybody on goal setting. It's not because they don't want to. It's because it's not my job description. Do you understand what I'm saying? We have those HR that are under training and development, learning and development. And that's their work, to learn about customer success, revenue. They will learn about it and they will come and train you, or get outsiders to come and train you. But I found I found my passion. I found what I wanted to do, and I stopped doing it outside of work. And I've gotten fulfillment from that. I've gotten, great feedback. I've met great people in the process of doing that. Do you understand?
Okay.
So that's what I was
understand.
trying to, yes. We've entered personal development. So
Okay.
this is also
Thank
part
you.
of what we would have talked about in personal development. So skill development, and skill development in my own word would be, how you are growing personally and professionally. I don't know if there's any entrepreneur here, and I might not be, because I'm a professional, so I might not be speaking your language, but I'm sure that all of us have, all of us here have want to have a career in STEM, So for your skill assessment, self-reflection, I said earlier that you need a lot of self-awareness to be able to set your goals, to be able to set your vision, and to be clear about it. You need a lot of self-awareness, because if you know your strengths, you need to know your strengths, you need to know your weakness, you need to know how you work. Are you best active within the nocturnal hours? Are you best active early hours of the morning or in the evenings? What are your peak periods? For example, this time, this 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock in my house is my peak period, in the sense that I don't touch my phone or my laptop. And usually with my kids, trying to sort out dinner, get them to shower, go to bed, check homework, whatever it needs to be done. Okay. So that was why I was even late, because I needed to put some things in place so that I will not be disturbed during this meeting. So you need to reflect, you need to know yourself. You cannot, it's you and you. It's personal. You can't gloss over, things. Me, I'm a very laid back person. Sometimes, when I feel like this thing's out of my control, whatever I do. For example, these slides now, I did, I started it and I did halfway and I left it for like a week or two. A week. I know Wamide told me like, when 2 weeks ago, what my topic was. So I started, I already knew what I wanted to say for the goal part. I knew the vision part. My mind was burning about what I wanted to say for that goal setting. I knew what I wanted to say, and I did not finish these slides. I told her some days ago that I'm faffing on these my slides. So she now said, what's happening? I said, I don't know. I think that these Google slides I'm using is not. She now said, okay, for free form, for coaching sessions, I should use Canva. That I'll see nice templates on Canva that I can use, okay? That to help me also, to make it easier for me. I said, okay. So I was copying everything I put in my notes and bringing it to my Canva template, and it was Swift. Then I just did some cleanup, and it was like in the nick of time. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I finished it up. I could have done. So that kind of person I am when it's almost close to that deadline. But that's not how you should actually live your life. There are things I do well in advance. The part I was very sure of, I knew my own, I knew what I was talking about. I did it very quickly. So you need to be self-aware. You need to know your kind of person. Do you thrive in a one-on-one class? Do you thrive, in a group class? Do you thrive? Do you think that you can thrive if you have to do online classes? Are you self-taught? Can you pace yourself? All of these things are very important when you are trying to assess your skills. Then for the to also bring it down home, most of us here are tech women, all of us here. I also want to chop tech money as a product manager, because I also have experience in that. So look at your path look at your path. Are you a software engineer? Let's go to self-categories. Hard, soft skill, hard or soft skills, skill inventory. So at this point now, you are looking at your hard skills, which is your skills as a software engineer. Can you code? Can you code on JS, on React, on Flutter, on what's the other one that starts with? I can't remember. But these are your hard skills. And your soft skills, communication. I met a developer that could communicate clearly, and I knew that I was suffering. All the work I've been doing since 2020, I knew that I was suffering because a lot of developers, a lot of software engineers, a lot of people that code, they don't know how to communicate. Ask them for timeline, for deadline, try to communicate the bugs, whatever. They don't know how to explain. They have a problem explaining. I don't know if anybody has experienced this thing before that I'm talking about. Toluwan is laughing. I'm not, to be honest, I suffered. And then I was not even working with some Indians at some point. Even the Nigerians I was working with, they had this problem communicating. I now met with someone, and this guy was really sound. He knew what he was doing. As in, it was good. He could do front end, back end, Flutter. Those really sound people that their head is always hot. Ideas be flowing front, left, back. And he could communicate. He will get on a call with you. He will explain what he's doing. He will explain. It's as if it was like Rema. So you need to assess yourself, and you need to now work towards, work towards meeting up, teaching yourself those ones that that you lack. Look, you can Google, go online, ask Google, what are the soft skills that the software engineer needs? What are the soft skills that the product manager needs? A lot of us have the hard skills. You know how to use Confluence, Notion. As a product manager, you know what a sprint is, you know how to set up a meeting, you know how to run customer surveys, user surveys. But can you communicate clearly? Is your written English clear? Can you manage people? Are you empathetic? Are you understanding? Do you have a short fuse? Hey, all of those things are very, very important. And their skills, you might not write it on your CV, but their skills, they can make or break you in the workplace. So I'm on a project at work at the moment for IWD. How can one have good communication skills? Okay, we'll come to that. This is actually a customer success in question. I'm on a project at work for IWD, that's International Women's Day. So March is International Women's Month, and we're trying to plan ahead. So marketing comms, I'm in marketing communications, but I'm in the public relations unit of marketing, under marketing communications. Everything's under marketing communications, creative services, advertising, events and sponsorship, digital marketing, under marketing communications, and we all work as a team. Okay. So digital marketing had an idea for IWD, and they brought it to PR because PR will be the one to help them leverage it and also give it the visibility that it needs, and also some other things. So we already had like 2 meetings. So someone from the creative team at our departmental meeting called in and just came and started pitching something to the whole team. We hadn't pitched our own to the whole team because we were trying to fine-tune a lot of things. But we had a general idea of what it was going to look like. So we're like, this idea sounds like what we've already talked about. So our director said, okay, everybody work together and make sure this thing comes out, with a bang. The person that brought that idea from the creative team is a pain in the ass. You know, kind of people that you are creative, your head is hot, you know that you are creative, but you cannot work with people. You can't carry people along. You can't communicate clearly. In layman language, you don't know how to talk. Nobody does it right. Only your idea and no one else. Only your way and no one else's way. To say I've been frustrated on this project is saying the least. That's how bad it has been, and that's how bad it is. To say I'm frustrated, and this is something that's going to happen next month. So this is not even like a far-fetched thing. It happens everywhere at work. It happens everywhere at work. You need to, you can be creative, you can know everything, you can know how to put a strategy document together. But a strategy document, you can't implement it alone. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? Ladies, rather, sorry. You can't implement it alone. You can't do it alone. You're a software developer. You cannot implement it alone. You need customer success to test what you are developing, or you need quality assurance to test it. You need product manager to communicate to the team what you are doing. You can't do it alone. So you need to actually have this, to understand this communication skills. And they are soft skills. They are the ones that people don't even pay attention to, but are very important. Now, so when we went for the video shoot for the IWD, we had a face-off. Everybody, so like 5 of us were thinking in one direction, and this person was taking us in another direction. And we had a direction for this thing. We have a script. We are following it. You get, so my director saw all of us acting up. Imagine. And then now she's saying, okay, she wants a review. She wants to do a review of what is happening on this campaign. Everybody now has to start airing their dirty linens in public, which is not what we're aiming for. It just made us look very unprofessional, but it was just so frustrating. So do you understand what I'm saying? Ask for feedback when you are doing your skill assessment. Do you have a direct line manager? Do you have colleagues? Do you have people in your industry that you can talk to? Are you a freelancer and you want to, boost your skills? You are doing something that you are using to test your skills. Ask for feedback. Like a community like CAWSTEM, I believe that everyone should be on one or two of these type of communities if you're serious about going far. Do you understand? Oh, so you developed an app or something, you want feedback about it. Charge like 10 people in the community to help you look at it and give you feedback. You're also assessing your skills as a software developer. Do you understand? I don't know why I'm using software developer. They're the ones that have caused me the most pain in this life. Review your past roles and your projects, review your achievements and your accomplishments. This is also in the process of asking for feedback. I believe in giving feedback, and I believe in telling you when you've done well. I'm not the kind of boss that when I will only berate you when you are doing good. I will not tell you that you're doing good. When you are doing bad, I'll be quick to tell you that you're doing bad. No. I think that's actually very important to tell people when they are doing good, so they can know what they are doing and continue doing it. Skill assessment tools. These tools can help you identify and articulate your strengths and weaknesses. I've never used any of these tools. I saw that I saw this online. Strengths Finder, Myers-Briggs type indicator, 360-degree survey. I know we do 360-degree surveys at work, but personally, I've never done anything like this. But I believe that, let me see if I can open one of them now so that we can actually maybe do it together at the end of the class. What time is it supposed to end? Yeah.
So it's supposed to be an hour. So
Okay,
we've used
started.
an hour and 10 minutes right now.
Oh, no way. Okay. Let me get on them. Okay, it's actually a test gorilla. Okay, no. What is that sponsored? There's one that is free, the Clifton Strengths Finder. Is a strengths-based measure of individual, emotional, cognitive, and social. Okay. Okay, so you guys can do this after the class. Then there's something else I want to show you guys. It's a gem. It has worked for me. I swear by it. I tell everybody to use this link. So this is a paragraph out of Wamide's blog post. She knows that I've given everybody that I can know this thing. Take some time to conduct a skill self-assessment and think about technical and soft skills. List out what you currently do well, what you need to learn, and how to fill this gap to get you closer to your end goal. It might take a month, 3 months, or 6 months. Don't get overwhelmed about it. Try to follow through. Remember, do not be afraid of growing slowly. Be afraid of standing still. Wamide Animasharon. This is the blog post, 3 ways to meaningfully transition your career. But I've used this thing for everything, not only transition your career. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a minute. I'm back. Okay, so this particular CAWSTEM is a CAWSTEM blog post Wamide wrote. Is a blog post Wamide wrote for CAWSTEM, and it's actually meaningful. It cuts across. So he was talking about how to transition your career, but this skill assessment, I can never forget. It really helped me. It also helped me in what I explained before, that I had been on the radar of my current boss since 2020. There's something that we do at work, job shadowing. You shadow a particular department for a period of 4 months. I shadowed them in that department when I knew, when I saw that there were no openings, there was no opportunity to move. I shadowed that department. So when there was an opening, I had the experience that other candidates did not have at the interview. Is this, it worked in my favor. So this particular link, I've sent to my friend that is confused, is saying, I don't even know what to do. I don't know where next to turn. I'll just send them this link. So little wonder that it features in my slide. Wamide is gem, like solid gold. So I cannot even, downplay the importance of this particular link. I've sent it to so many of my friends. Anytime anybody just complains to me, because everybody just feels like me too, I have it all together. And I'm just, I'm still winging it. I'm still, it's a sprint. I mean, what they call it? It's a marathon, not a sprint, So on one of my nice quotes, my best skill was that I was coachable, I was a sponge, aggressive to learn, Michael Jordan. So this is very, very important. You need to be willing to learn. You need to be putting yourself out there. There was one lady that trended on X, I think last year. She's in our community. She's in CAWSTEM. It was one minute I even found out that she was the one that won a laptop from CAWSTEM. She's now commenting. She was in the match program last year. I don't remember her name now, but when that lady outlined how she learned and how she was learning, the Twitter thread, she was doing several courses, several trainings. She didn't stop at one. She was learning different things just to get one goal. It was so admirable. She's in our community. I don't know. I can't remember her name. Do you remember her name? Miracle or something. She won a laptop from CAWSTEM last year. I can't remember her name, but I said I was going to tell us that example. I'll go and look for it. I'll ask Wamide. I'm sure she'll remember. Or I'll ask Leslie. Maybe she'll remember also. I'll ask. Let me see. Who remembers? Nobody's in the chat. Nobody remembers. She's not.
No, I don't. I was going to say it was Leslie, but since you said you're going to ask Leslie, then
It's
I
not
feel like
Leslie.
you know.
She's a Nigerian. She's a Nigerian, a very young girl. It trended. She was 17 or so. Her parents supported her. They used to take her to all these tech events. Why can't I remember this girl's name? Don't worry. I will get it and I'll post it in the, I will tag her or something, or I would ask in the group chat, in the Telegram group, and somebody will answer. She's a very young girl, like 17 or 18, when she was doing all of these trainings, all of this, I think she won one hackathon, something. She was just, always striving to learn. It was very admirable. Last year, when I decided that I wanted to learn product management, I attended 3 trainings. There was one by Tech Timal, one guy on Instagram. He calls himself Plato Gabriel, but his name is Gabriel Olokun something. He was doing a 6 weeks course. I participated in that. And they taught us well. Who also taught me product? Before I even paid for alt school and all of that, I already did like 2 trainings before I now paid for alt school and graduated and all of that in product management. And the same applies to whatever you want to learn. There are so many software trainings, all these boot camps, soft sessions, that will just still get you to that goal, give you more knowledge. You practice what you've learned. You are getting one new thing out of what's of that program. It's great. It's actually good for you, yeah, because one, you're expanding your community, you're expanding your knowledge also when you do these things. When you're actually very intentional about what you're learning. Yeah. Okay, some of my favorite quote: nobody ever mastered any skill except through intensive, persistent, and intelligent practice. What I just said now, and I've not even seen this. The future belongs to those who learn more skills and combine them in creative ways. That was what that girl was doing. She learned data analysis, she learned something, she learned different things, but I think she wanted to be a software engineer. Skill is a unified force of experience, intellect, and passion in their operation. John Ruskin, Robert Greene, Norman Vincent Peale. I think we've come to the end of the slide. In conclusion, to develop yourself personally and professionally, continuous learning, track your progress, feedback and reflection. Please ask for feedback. I would ask you for feedback. I would ask Wamide for feedback. I would ask Eniola for feedback. Ask for feedback. It might be good, it might be bad. It helps you to know where to improve on. Okay? If it's good, it gives you a warm, glowing feeling that, okay, I touched these people's lives. Reflect. What could I have done better? I saw a mistake I made now in this slide. I didn't put this in. This is a quote, and I didn't put the quote sign in it. This is my best skill was that I was coachable. I was a sponge. I didn't put a quote sign in it. So that's a reflection for me. And so lastly, celebrate your achievements. As I was setting up this slide, I read my product management graduation from old school. And it was a big deal. It was 1 year of work. And I was combining it with 2 jobs. It was a big deal. I don't know why I didn't post about it, or I didn't even make a loud mess about it. I can't remember what was going on in my life at that time. But my friends did, my circle mates, they all did, And still coming back to the first thing I said about vision, even the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain upon tablets, that he may run that readeth it. Habakkuk 2:2. So even the Bible says we should write a vision. So how many people are going to write their vision tonight? Tomorrow, okay, tomorrow. Tonight is pressure. Tomorrow. All right. All right, Chinayem. I'm glad to hear that. Esther wanted to know, how can one have good communication skills? Okay, I'll give you like top 3. I will, but not tonight. Awesome. I will. Faith, thank you. You guys showed. You have goals. Rebecca, see my power for you. Power. So, and your vision doesn't have to be anything serious. So it can be the mundane things. One of my vision is to be more fashionable this year. Dress like where I want to be. Do you understand? So it's part of my personal, development vision. That look, heels, dress, pants, that look. I want to be coming like that once. So that's part of, yes, just like my miracle, Osheja Ray. Thank you. Like head of corporate communications and strategy, one global company, just like that's my that's my miracle. So that's, yeah, thank you. You get it. So for good communication skills, first is active listening. So you don't listen to respond, or to react rather. You don't listen to react, you listen to respond. If you're not listening actively, you can't respond without bias. You can't respond objectively. So active listening, friendliness, empathy, these are the things that make up good communication skills. Your verbal communication needs to be excellent. Your written communication needs to be excellent. If you cannot write very well, there's Grammarly, there's Quillbot, there's so many writing. Just Google writing to correct my writing. You will find the ones you can use. If your verbal communication is not okay, record yourself. Ask someone to listen to it and let them know how you sound. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then I've said active listening, friendliness, empathy. Empathy is putting yourself in someone's shoes and relating with them based on that feeling. Somebody comes to you and they have a difficulty with a product or a service. You are the professional, you know what the issue is, and you know it's not a big deal, but they've blown it out of proportion. Because they are not a professional, they don't know what it's about. It's your place to calm them down, understand what the issue is, and assist them. Empathize with them by saying, I'm sorry, I know how you feel, even though you don't know how they feel, because of course it can't happen to you, but you know how they feel. To be frustrated because they didn't get something right, to be frustrated because something is not working. Timeliness is also a skill. Time management, rather. Communicate on time. Will you be able to give this deliverable? If you're not able to, when I saw that I was running late, I quickly emailed Daniela to say, I'm so sorry, I'm running late. I didn't know the message didn't even deliver on time. It's you need to be time conscious, you need to be able to communicate clearly. Don't communicate as if you're fighting with people. Communicate like a professional. If you need help, there's ChatGPT, there's so many free platforms now that you can use. Please rewrite this thing. I want it to sound professional and persuasive. Grammarly does that a lot without asking. When I was in the social media department of my company and used to reply on social media, you have to come correct. That's when I found out the hidden gem that was Grammarly. And it's free to use. The premium, you don't even need the premium if you're just doing regular correction. To tell you if what you're saying is persuasive, if it's friendly, if it's empathetic, if it's confusing. That's how, that's what Grammarly does. So all of these things will actually help you with your communication skills. Yeah. Any other question? I think you can just use the remaining 5 minutes and end by 8. Any other question? Really a few people have been answering and been talking in the chats and all of that. You may be herbs.
I want to ask a question.
All right, Rebecca.
Okay. Okay. For example, now me, currently a customer support specialist. Okay, and before then, I've had experience working as a quality assurance engineer. So I've been trying to get back to that career path after my contract ended. Okay, so I was applying, but the one that came to me, the opportunity that came was the one for customer support. So I had to take it. So in such case, now are you going to say, I mean, one is not really fulfilling or achieving that goal? Because my goal was really to get back into QA in tech.
Okay.
And then personally, I said, okay, what can I do? So what I did was I applied for this CAWSTEM, hoping to be mentored. And luckily, I was given a software developer as my mentor, which I know that as time goes on, we'll be able to build a better relationship. Outside of CAWSTEM, I started reaching out to developers, product managers, and
Yeah,
volunteer. Currently, I'm volunteering on 2 projects,
that's great.
not paid. So
That's great.
I'm running a lot, but then I just want to get the one that I'm going to be paid. Do you
I
understand?
know that
So
feeling of you're not doing what you really want to do.
thank you. And I'm also praying for the ISTQB exam, trusting God that the dollar rise will not affect when it comes to payment for the fees. So I
Yeah.
have a lot looking at, and then I want to start earning in that line. And it looks as if it's not coming. I've got about 4 interviews. I mean, they said I did not qualify. I'm
Wow.
asking myself why. Because they're looking for automation engineer, obviously. So I don't know, what do you advise? It don't look like, oh, should I just continue with this customer service? And I'm very good in customer service. My friends are saying maybe I should just keep applying for customer service, but that is not what I want. So please, in my case, what do you advise I do?
So I would say that you should keep improving yourself. As I said, continuous learning in what you want. And in this volunteering, it's good to volunteer. It's good to put yourself, you see, you're putting yourself out there, you're sowing seeds that you don't even know how they're going to germinate when you are volunteering. Because I don't believe that you are pouring into people or into a particular project and you will not get anything in return, even if it's not monetary. Do you understand? Satisfaction, the feeling that you're doing something that is meaningful, you know, it's for commendation also. Those you've worked with before, those you are working with, you know, and in
Yeah.
this field, have you found people that are in this field that you want to go to? Go and look at their LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I used to do that thing a lot. So those are in corporate communications. I'll go for MasterCard. I'll check for corporate communications, MasterCard, corporate communications, Coca-Cola, corporate communications, Nestle, corporate communications. I will look at their, so I don't care if you see that I'm looking at your profile, because where will I see it again? I'll look at their profile. I'll look at, maybe the roles they had before they got there, or the places they worked, or so you'll be able to piece together to an extent what you need to do. You see the courses some people put the courses they've taken, their achievements. You don't have to follow one particular person or one particular pattern. You can just take what you need or what you think applies to you. So look for professionals, people that are in that space that you want to go to, and try to emulate one or two things that they've done. That's one. Two, continuous learning, which is what you are currently doing. Three, please don't
Yeah.
give up. Don't give up on what you really want. While you are still keep putting yourself out there, keep applying. If possible, these interviews that you attend that they don't take you, ask for feedback. Ask them that, what are they looking for particularly? Is it some kind of certification? Is it Is it a kind of software you need to know how to use? Is it a kind of program you need to know how to run or something? Ask for feedback. They will be willing to tell you what you need to do. That's the honest truth. I think that they will tell you if you need to, if there's something that they actually need. I really do
Okay.
think so. So I don't want you to feel like you will get it. If that's what you want, you will get it. I'm positive that you will get it. Just give yourself grace, as I've said. Keep doing what you're doing. Continue learning. Look for professionals in that field. So now that I'm also, a bit higher up at work and I get requests on LinkedIn, people come to my DM to say, I'm like, I now appreciate those that used to respond to my DMs those times. 2019, 2018, when I was still looking for. And now I appreciate those that used to respond. There's one lady, Efe Obioma, she's a public relations expert. She's even worked in salads before, multi-choice, I was in a DM asking her that what certifications can I take, what courses of certification. And she was gracious enough to answer me. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, and the most they will say is no or ignore you. I used to shoot cold emails. Those that I work in place I want to work, I tell them when I'm sending the connection request that I dream. One of my dreams is to work in your organization, and some of them will never reply. Some of them will say, keep pushing, just something. And I used to appreciate those. I now appreciate those that used to respond to me then. Do you understand? Because I'm now there too, and I'm like, okay, is it like this? So just keep pushing and don't stop. Keep putting yourself out there, outside of your work. Customer support can be monotonous. It can get very routine and boring, and after a while you're just like, I'm over this. And if you are not even very stable, it might affect your mental health. So you know good like that. Go pass like that, ignore answer. Yes, now. No answer. That's just it. So
Hi,
the most you can
Timmy.
get is a no. All right. Yeah. My time is up, Abby.
Yeah, so some of the participants, like the mentees, we have other people joining from Kenya and
Yeah.
other parts in Africa. So I think they are 2 hours ahead, and it's 10 p.m. their own
Oh
time.
wow. Oh wow.
Yeah. So
But I saw one raised hand now. All right. So I'm done. My slides are done. It's just questions. So if Soliswa,
hi, how are you?
Toluwani, can you quickly take this question?
Yes, I think we can just very quickly.
All right. Go ahead, please.
So I wanted to know, as you were saying, you're in customer service. I mean, I'm currently trying to get a job in cybersecurity. Would you recommend me to start in customer service, and how do I go about getting a job in customer support customer support? Sorry.
Okay, you want to transition into customer support.
No, I would like to get a job in cybersecurity, but they require a lot of experience. So I would like you to give suggestions on how to get a job in customer support, so it could help me to transition into cybersecurity.
Okay. Will getting a job in customer support help you in cybersecurity?
Yes, because I once went for one interview, and most of the things that they said I'll be doing are customer support related. So I realized maybe it might be helpful to maybe something customer support.
Oh, okay. What I advised Rebecca would also apply to you, in the sense that you need to be closer to professionals in that field so you can know exactly what is obtainable. Do you currently work
Okay.
now? Do you work?
Yes, I do work, but it's software development.
As software developer.
I'm a student and I work.
Okay.
Yes.
So I don't think that you need to be in customer support to get into cybersecurity. That might be doing too much at once, because customer support is not even a coding aspect of tech. So you might be watering down your skill set by doing that. I don't know. That's what I think. Customer support is very entry level. I think almost everybody can do customer support. Yes, if you have good communication skills. If you can write, you can write and you can speak clear English, and you're friendly, you're willing to learn, you're patient to listen to customers and resolve their issues. I think anyone can do customer support once you are ready to, put yourself out there and have good communication skills. So what I think you should do, as I told Rebecca, is look for women in the field that you want to go to. I'm sure you have a mentor now. So try to, yes, tell your mentor what you need, what the issue is, and then they can advise you accordingly. I don't think that having a customer support role would, no. You can just, yes, or you can, if you really want to, on Upwork, customer support roles are very, very easy to get. Not easy to get. I don't know anyone that's gotten it, but I feel like it's everywhere. So if you really want to do that, yes. Debs, are you responding to Rebecca or to Zoliswa?
Zoliswa.
Okay. Technical support. She said she's currently a software developer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look for cybersecurity communities too that you can join. They are those communities. Any community is a truckload of information. It's a gem. It's a minefield of information that will help you in your field.
Okay.
Proud
Thank
of
you so much.
We're rooting for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Sorry for taking your time.
All right. Thank you so much,
I hope it's been a great time.
Yes, I'm sure it has. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, Tolewani. Thank you, Chinyem.
Okay, guys. So just a quick reminder to send your CVs. I know that Tomisi had requested for your CVs. So I mean, ideally during this time, we're already reaching out to companies and partners, sharing your profiles and CVs with them for those of you who are looking out for jobs. So those are things, of course, you are still going to work on your CV during the course of these training sessions, but like currently we want you to share your CV as is so that we can start to engage those companies. Also, please remember to fill your reflection worksheets. I mean, Timilade's session has been very insightful, and so please don't forget. And you know that the time runs out after a while if you don't fill your reflection worksheets. Also, for those of you that have not reached out to your mentors, please do and make the most out of these amazing relationships. Thank you so much, Temilade. Thank you everyone for joining. Let's enjoy the rest of our night. Have a beautiful
Okay,
night.
so sorry. Before we all leave, I would also like to say that the recording would be sent to each of the mentees at the end of every sessions. So there won't be any need to use the AI tools or these fireflies and likes to join the meeting. So it's just there won't be need for that. So you could just be rest assured that these recording sessions and the slides will be sent to you after every session. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye, ladies.
Bye everyone. Bye.
Bye.